Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194.
Stay 55.
I appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we're back here in LFM, here at COTA, and I am in the Bentley. So I'm messed up because I'm driving on the other side. Need practice. It takes a while just to get my brain functioning correctly, driving here on the right side, which is the wrong side for me. But let's see what we can do. Start in the middle of the field, split two, see what we can do. Again, I just want to have a good race and finish. I mean, that's the goal. I just hope somebody doesn't try to take me out here in turn one.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Guys, here we go. It happens again.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I tell you, nobody can just stop.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I hit again. Did a race the other day where I got taken out multiple times in the rain. So I don't know, I'll have to check my damage. I stopped, but somebody hit me and then I hit the guy in front. I know turn one is that way. I don't understand. One thing, and it's both been on the inner lane. So that's one thing. It seems like the inner lane is not the way to go. I think I'd rather be in the outer, because then you can go swing wide and you can miss those kinds of things. Oh my gosh, I got 13 seconds worth of damage. Wow. Well, that's really gonna mess me up, because that's a lot of damage.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Whoa!
Clear on the left. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Be careful there.
Demolition Derby. If I can catch up to these guys, I don't know. those tires.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
It took me like 4 laps in practice just to get where I could not go out of bounds. Messed that up.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Catch that other Bentley up there. That McLaren looks really loose.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 3. Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Competition server's been down, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'll try to race again with that tonight, but I don't know if it's working. McLaren's wide. Yeah, I'm off on my tire pressures. Bummer. Of course, could be the damage. I don't know. Man, they're way over there. Good grief. Y'all just stay over there. There you go. Yeah, y'all just go that way. I can pull away for those guys. love about this Bentley is the motor. Bog, you can, you know, bog a gear a little bit. That's fine. It's great. It's, you know, not so picky about what gear you're in. Gotta be one of my favorite things. Better. Oh, dang it! I want to get near that other Bentley. No, that's all right. Yep, track limits. I knew it. All right, about 3 seconds ahead behind, but the other Bentley in front of me is pulling away. He's like 6 seconds ahead of me.
Time to the car in front in sector 2.
Everybody else is running slower behind me, so that's good. Mess this one up. Well, at least I got up to 6 so far. Hopefully I can hold that. Starting 11th, so that's moving up, so I'll take that. Need to help it counter my safety rating and all that from getting hit. The last race I didn't do good in the rain at all. Get hit multiple times in that one. Plus I just didn't have good pace either, so it was both. Pace wasn't bad, but it was just wasn't the greatest, and then right out I got hit in the same place, same exact thing, if not worse. Turn 1, Just pretty much got run over. You know there's going to be a bottleneck there. I mean, it's just going to happen every single time, wet or dry. Heck, dry. Wet's worse. But everybody from behind just keeps slamming up through there. Terrible lap there. Oh, the spotlight's up in the air. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before or not. At nighttime, I don't know if I've done too many nights at COTA. If I can do a little bit better lap this time. Grief. Bentley's catching the guy in front of him. Only thing I can hope is they get into some major battle. See, my tires, my front, and that's what's bad. See, the fronts are too low and the rears are just about right. So I'm probably losing some grip in the front. So that's not good. Yeah, it's understeering worse and worse. Some of it's probably the damage. You guys are going to catch me. I'm not careful. Bentley got a drive-through. So the guy in 10th. About 3/10 faster about every lap. seconds ahead of them. So they keep. I mean, that's me doing a decent lap too. Yeah, I wish I had just a few more tenths in those tires in the front. Dang it. I think it's gotten cooler too, so I probably should have just left the duct closed. That would have been perfect then. That would have helped in everything. Yeah, about the same. The other guy's shooting. He's even about 5 or 6 tenths a lap. Should continue this lap in another. So if I could just keep it together. I know the Audi got a drive through. Trying to close in on me. He's cutting stuff. Well, I mean, he's making mistakes probably. I mean, it's so easy to get an out of bounds here. He's got that Aston Martin crushing him. Yeah, I gave Jim the night off, so gave him a break. Guess I was overworking him. Just enough fuel. Thank you, Joe Blow. Alright.
Get back to the pits.
I'll take that. Especially in the Bentley. And all kinds of things. Damage and tire pressure's not right. And, and I don't even drive the car that often. Really. So I'll take that all day long. Top 5. Whew. Definitely has some work in there. You do a lot of work here at COTA. It's definitely a technical place. And these, especially the second, you know, that, well, that's actually the third sector. You know, that last sector, man, that's a really technical spot over there that really pushes you, you know, connecting the dots and all those kinds of things. So what I was going to do is we'll go over the setup. I want to go over it, come back and go over it because, you know, I really can't check stuff because of the damage and the tires off. It's just, there's really no way to be accurate. So I'm going to make a few laps, maybe have to make a few adjustments, and then we can go over the Motec, and also at the end we'll go back to LFM and see how we did. So let's go check it out. Alrighty, well, I did some good amount of laps. Definitely did some adjustments. I think I got it a lot more consistent, and definitely did some work over the Motec, making some adjustments there. Changed a few things, and you know, time-wise, it's probably really close to what it was, but it definitely feels a lot more consistent. I mean, it feels like it's just basically clicking off the laps within a tenth or two every single lap, and so that's what I like. And it's, you know, really it's easy to drive, so it's doing good. I'm really happy with it. So again, let's go over a lap. You definitely don't want to go real deep here in turn 1. You want to be hitting it right at the 100 at that line. Right there. And kind of do like I talked with the Aston Martin. You don't want to drag the brakes in turn 1, you know, trail braking. You just want to let off and just go. So kind of reminds me of the Aston Martin. You know, the other turns you can trail brake more, but not turn 1 with the Bentley. You end up just not really doing that good. So just keep that in mind. A little bit different gears. I mean, you go 5th and then 4th, and then you hold 3rd through here, and then go down to 2nd for that real tight turn. I was a little loose there because it's the first tires aren't even up to temp yet. It's the first time lap. Great looking car. Definitely love the looks and the sound. And of course, I checked it with different wings, and speed's the same, 160. That's, unless you do something drastic, which I'll go over the setup. The speed is exactly the same. So I went with the higher wing because you're not gaining anything in speed anyway. And You can go down if you feel like you want a little bit more rotation. Just go, take a click out of the wing. Here, of course, you want to go in, get a good late apex through there. It's a little loose through here, but that's why I went with the extra wing. It feels better with it. But still, you got to have that balance because you need it a little loose to get that thing to rotate going through those corners. I just take that in third, just go down one gear, and then go back down to first. And that was a 207.30. I think it was decent, and that was with actually more fuel than I started with more fuel than I had in the race. I actually was starting with 50 liters. Where in the race I only had 42, and that's all I needed. So I actually had more fuel than I had in the race. But it was clicking off 730, 740. It was within a tenth or so. I mean, it was staying right there for like 4 or 5 laps. So I mean, I'm really happy with that. Temperature is right around 23 degrees. Now, I just want everybody to realize also that, especially on a few laps, I had 207 flats or even high 206s in my Delta. And mainly it's the back part. It's that last section where I'm losing it. I got it in my Delta all the way to that last sector, and that's where I'm losing probably a couple tenths in that last sector. Where if I could really blast it through there and really do good, there is definitely a 207 flat or high 206 in the car, or maybe even better temperature conditions. But I'm a truthful person. I'm always very honest about everything. I can't wear myself out trying to find it when I got other things that I'm trying to also accomplish. I got some other setups I'm working on too. So, again, it's there, and somebody also with the Bentley might have more practice with it than me. So, it's there though. Just some of it might just be me driving, need more practice. So, but it's solid. It's where I want it to be a great setup where you can go off of and be, a very good race setup that's not going to be hard to handle and still can perform. And the tire pressures are 25.2 left front, 25.4 left rear, 25.7 right front, 25.6 right rear. The toe's a negative 0.15 with the camber at negative 3.2 and the caster at 13.1. The toe on the rear is a positive 0.1 with the camber at negative 3. So again, I definitely went with less camber because the spread was getting too wide, and pretty much when I got it down to negative 3.2, it was perfect. So I like that, and also I like it because you don't have to crank so much input into the steering wheel to get to turn. So I like that. Things you can try. I had it here at -2, which it wasn't bad either. So again, the one thing you need here is corner, entry. You really need a good corner entry here, and the Bentley sometimes can be a little lazy on corner entry. So basically, if you like to try a -0.2, it's not going to really hurt anything. So you might want to try that if you want a little bit more corner entry. But other than that, it's fine. And other than that, everything's pretty dialed in here. Electronics are 3, 3, and 1. Fuel, like I said, I had 50 liters, and in the race, you only needed 42 to do the 25 minutes, and that was perfect. Wear was good. Again, it's really hard here, but you can see that the wear is pretty close here and here. It's not too bad, so I'm happy with that. Mechanical got 6 on the anti-roll bar, 60 on the brake bias, which you can go down to 59. Steering's all the way down. Springs are 165,000 all the way around with a 500 bump stop rate and a 5 bump stop range on the front. And on the rear, the springs, the bump stop rate is 700 and the bump stop range is 15. Anti-roll bar is 3 and the preload on the diff is 60. I tried some different things here, some different spring packages. You can go down one click if you think you need a little bit more grip. If you maybe at nighttime you might be able to get and the track's cooler, you might be able to get a little bit more grip. Or let's say it's hotter. Let's say it's hotter and has a little less grip. You might want to go down one click on all these because it's not that big of a difference. You probably could go down one click. and it might work a little better. So that's another suggestion that you could try. I would not suggest doing anything with the anti-roll bar. I tried to go up a little bit more with that, and then you get into those dreaded slides in that turn 1. So really, to be honest, 3 would be the max that I would go to, and the diff is pretty good. Really 50, 60, 70, all in that range I've tried, and they're all pretty decent. I just picked the middle because I see a little bit better at 70. I mean, I like the way it comes off the corners, but then also you get the middle of the corner. It can be sometimes maybe a little slidey or just doesn't feel the way I like it. So I just put it back to 60. So again, everything here has been pretty much looked at, and I've tried to play with some things. Shocks on the front are 10, 6, 20, and 22, and on the rear they're 9, 2, 14, and 5. Now here I have made some pretty good adjustments from the race. I actually definitely made a few different corrections. Same thing with the springs. I think the springs were a little bit lighter in the race also. So I had to readjust with Motec, and let's take a look at that. And there's the graph. I think it's actually come out pretty good. It's really close. They're all right around 49 to 50, and it's got a pretty nice graph to it. I did make a couple, like one click here or there, just to help out just a little bit more. But really, I think it looks really good. You got like 49.7. You got 40.3. 50.3. It's just a teeny bit over. But some of these, like this, were a little over up here on the bump. I took a little bit out of that. But so it's not bad. I think it's pretty good. So I'm happy with that, how that came in. Take this out. Let's go to the aero. Got 55 in the front, 64 in the rear with a 6 wing and a 3 and a 2 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a negative 5.0. So again, one thing you want, if you want just a little bit more rotation, you just take a click out of the wing down to 5, and you can get a little bit more rotation out of it. So just be careful though, because in some of those corners, and also later on when the tires wear, you might get a little bit of, oversteer. So just be careful of that. But you maybe like that. So just something to keep in mind. But as far as speed down the straightaway, it was exactly the same. Between a 5 wing and a 6, no difference. I mean, exactly 160. And, I mean, even probably within a couple tenths, because it seemed like it it didn't barely just flicker it. It would just, go to 160 really good and then be on the brakes. So, like I said, I didn't see really any advantage to the other wing. And it just felt a little bit more solid through the S's in some of the places. And that's probably why I was always above my delta in the first half of the track. And then the last half, I don't know. It's, like I said, it could be just me. Because, I mean, you got the wing, and the car didn't feel bad, but maybe I just wasn't attacking it correctly or being even more aggressive with it. And I was just losing some time there at that last sector, and it was just hurting me. So, but the car's, again, it's a high 206 to lower 207, and, for a race package, and can do it pretty consistently. So I'm really happy with that. So let's go ahead and go to the LFM. And we're going to go to their webpage and see how we did. Alrighty, well, we're here at the LFM, so let's see how we did. We're in the second split. So we finished 5th. At 6 incident points, which wasn't really terrible since I had that bad, hit at turn 1. We gained 0.24 on our safety rating, and we gained 65 on our ELO, up to 1425. Well, it's up to 1490 now, and our safety rating's up to 5.63. So, I mean, again, it's still a good positive thing. My fast lap was a 208.03, which, isn't that great, but, I already showed that it's a lot faster than that, but, I had like 10 seconds damage, so it makes a difference. So I'm just happy to come out with the result no matter the lap time. as it's always tough in LFM, no matter really what split you're in. You know, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. There's so many fast guys. So, again, I hope you enjoyed the video and you give me a like and subscribe. And any comments or feedback is always appreciated. I love talking to all my sim racing friends. And, you know, anything you all like to see, or me change anything, or any things like that. You know, I'm always open to trying to make the channel better and also be more widespread, because I know everybody likes different things, different cars, different things. So, I mean, I still keep saying it. I keep wanting to do some kind of single player thing too, just a little bit here and there, just so also some people that like that can also enjoy that also. So again, I like doing multiple things just because I know everybody likes different stuff, and that's good. That's okay. So again, I sure hope you enjoyed it, and you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.